Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. How is everyone doing? Drop in the chat where you're coming in from. Let me know where you're joining me from. I've been having so much fun doing these on Mondays and Fridays. It has been amazing showing up and healing you. So I'm going to dive right in because today is like one of my favorite topics: exhausted, bloating, and craving sugar. How many of you are craving sugar? Drop me in the chat if that was you, because I know so many patients crave sugar every single day. And what I want to say to you is your body's not broken. Your body's getting burnt out from all the sugar. Let me take you back to 15 years ago. I was on the go constantly and I was eating healthy, at least what I thought was healthy, but I was absolutely exhausted. And I was bloated. I didn't realize what was happening. And I was stuck in this like nonstop sugar craving cycle that made me feel out of control in my own body. How many of you struggle with that? Let me know in the chat. Because so many people, when they're on this sugar cycle, they don't even realize it. Like after they eat a really great dinner with protein and healthy fats, crave something sweet, you grab it. That was me. And then you feel better for just a moment and then you crash. You can be tired. I felt foggy. I felt emotional. And it's just this cycle. It keeps going over and over again. And it's like your body is screaming for something, but nothing seems to satisfy it. Is that you? If this is you, I want to know. And you're not failing. Your body is crying out for balance. And today I'm going to truly show you how to reclaim it naturally. Are you ready? Because your body has been burning sugar. And so many patients will say to me, but Dr. Donahue, I don't eat a lot of sugar. But are you eating carbohydrates? Are you eating breads and rices and pastas? Many people don't realize that when you eat rice, your body spikes well into the next morning. And it's so important for you to eat protein first thing in the morning. But let's talk about, why is this happening? What happens is sugar will hijack your brain. It's going to stimulate dopamine, which is this feel-good chemical. And when you're stressed and you're undernourished or exhausted, you're chasing that high. But it's just like an addiction. It crashes. It leaves us foggy and anxious and needing another hit. Your brain becomes like wired, right? You want more sugar, and the more you give it, the more you want. And so many people will show up online and say, use your willpower, it's motivation. It's not, it's biochemistry. How many of you, just drop me in the chat, have you ever reached for something sweet just to feel better or to keep going? Right? It's this blood sugar roller coaster ride. What's your go-to craving when you hit that low? Right. Chocolate. That's like a big one. That used to be like my vice as well. But this blood sugar roller coaster ride, it's refined carbs and sugary drinks, and fruit can even spike your blood sugar. Then blood sugar crashes and cortisol raises, and then the cravings return again. That crash creates this emotional chaos, this anxiety, this irritability, this sadness, right? Have you ever felt like teary-eyed or edgy after a sugar crash? That's real. Your emotions are being hijacked by blood sugar instability. I want to know, has anyone ever felt super edgy or emotional after eating something sugary? Drop me in the chat. Because the more that you connect with me, the more that I can actually really ask you questions and support you. And if you're watching this recording, like, feel free to respond to it. Hidden sugar is everywhere. It's in fruit smoothies. I have patients being like, I don't eat a lot of sugar. And then they start giving me their layout and they're doing smoothies, and it's in dressings, and it's in ketchups and in protein bars and flavored yogurts. So like, these could be healthy foods, but they have sugar in them. How many people on this call are like skipping meals or grabbing food on the go? It's probably mostly carbs and not truly protein, vegetables, or fat, right? Or this is a good one that patients do. I had a patient in the clinic yesterday that was doing this. They were skipping breakfast and grabbing a banana and a coffee. That is like throwing gasoline on a fire. It's a setup for your midday sugar crashes. Again, have your protein and healthy fats first thing in the morning, right? Because what happens is it becomes an emotional cost. When your body isn't fed the way it needs to be, you're not just tired. You could have this feeling of defeat. You start questioning your body, your worth, and your willpower. Like, you wonder, is everything going to be right? Like, you question, is my body going to show up for me? Why am I having these emotional breakdowns? You know why I know this? Because I've been there. That was the old me. But now the person that's speaking to you and wanting to help and support you and show up for you, I now eat with intention. My blood sugar is balanced unless I'm under stress, and then I'm aware of it. I nourish my brain. I eat quality protein and healthy fats every day, even if I get home at night. Like last night, I got home and I was tired. And it was a long day at the clinic with patients, and it just felt like nothing was going right. But I'm not going back to the grabbing of the food. I made an omelet, and I made sure I had lots of veggies in it, and I made sure that I had some healthy fats. So I want to ask you, when was the last time that you truly felt energized and clear and like really connected to your body where you felt good? Do you remember when that was? Put it in the chat if you feel comfortable, but if you don't, think about it. Whenever I show up to lives, I bring a piece of paper and I take notes, because there's always some little like hot things that are dropped that I can use in my day-to-day life. So this is about transformation. So I want to share with you what really works, not just for me, because I've been through it before, but for hundreds of my patients that I've worked with over the years. Number one, please write this down: balanced meals. Always make sure that you're eating a protein and a healthy fat with fiber-rich veggies. Don't skip your meals, and avoid carbs that you're just grabbing, because that's sugar, and many people don't realize that. What did you eat this morning? Did it include a protein and a healthy fat? It's called break fast. Breakfast, if you break it up, is break fast. That was brought to me years ago, and I've never forgotten it, and I use it with my patients. Right? So we want to look at, in the morning when we break our fast, what's our healthy protein and what's our healthy fat, right? Not what's our croissant, what's our bagel with cream cheese, those sorts of things. They're not going to carry you through. And number two, which I call my step 2 for patients, is start looking at where are sugars hidden in your nutrition plan. Are they in evaporated cane juices and honey, molasses, dried fruit, fruit juices, grapefruit juice? Because I'll tell you, when I read labels and I was getting healthy and pivoting from an unhealthy to more of a healthy diet and cooking for myself, I was grabbing the protein bars. I was grabbing the healthy foods. But when I started to look at them, these natural snacks that were organic, they were spiking my blood sugar. They had sugar in them as well. So you think, oh, I'm grabbing an organic protein bar. but it's got 22 grams of sugar in it. So start to be aware for yourself. Where is sugar coming in? My question to you is, are you checking labels? Like if you go to a smoothie bar and it's all organic smoothie bar and you got like berries and bananas and strawberries and blueberries and apple juice, or I don't know what they put in it, that's a lot of sugar for you. So maybe choose one fruit and then ask them to put protein powder in it and see if they have like flax seeds or something. That will help you blunt your sugar response so that you can have a smoothie that's helpful. So as you start to read the labels and you start to become aware, you're going to be surprised, because I have so many patients that are surprised all the time. And this is a learning process. We have to retrain our body, get our biochemistry and our biology on track for ourselves. Step 3 is to begin to regulate your nervous system. Sugar cravings crash and worsen when you're in this fight or flight response. So stop, be aware of it, practice your breathing, slow yourself down, begin to eat without rushing through your meal, stay grounded. And if you're under a high amount of stress, I would move my meal in a different direction. Because when you're under stress, your body's not going to digest. It's going to go to that cortisol. Does that make sense? Let me know if you're with me. One of the big things that I see with my patients, goal-oriented high performers running and going, is that they're standing up when they eat, or they're eating in their car, or they're going on the run, like when they're, meaning not running, but when they're like doing so many things. So what would change for you if you could find a table to sit at and breathe before your meal? That would prepare your food for digestion. And it would prepare your body like, oh, we're changing what we're doing here. And oh, there's food in front of me. Like, smell it, be aware of it. Excuse me. And then start to eat. Again, we always want to start our mornings right. Skip the sugary breakfasts. Think about like eggs with avocado and greens. If you're going to do a smoothie and that's easy for you, maybe do it without added fruit. If you do add fruit, maybe put some flax seeds in it or flax oil. There's ways to go about it if you're in a hurry, especially if you're, in charge of a whole family and you're trying to change things up. You always hear me say, change one thing at a time and stack that on a habit that's already been stacked. Does that make sense? Because that's how you become successful. Step 5 is my last step in this, and I'm going to review the 5 key takeaways for you, is hydrate with minerals, because dehydration and mineral deficiency can feel like you're craving sugar. What I do first thing in the morning, and I suggest this to my patients, is try lemon and water with sea salt or mineral drops. That will get your digestion going. I choose cool water with lemon. Some of my patients prefer warm water. I use the Baja Gold salt in the morning. Be careful where you're getting Himalayan sea salt, because everybody is on the bandwagon to have sea salt, but some of it has toxicity in it, unfortunately. So I always want to share this with you so that you know that you're getting good, clean food, even good, clean salts. So again, let's do the 5 key takeaways for those of you that are just joining me now. We want to, number 1, assess your first meal of the day. Does it have protein and fat? Start to look at your snacks. Are there sugars hiding in these foods that I used to think was healthy, but aren't healthy? Begin to track your emotions after your meals. Are you crashing emotionally after you're eating like a high carb meal? Or are you somebody that needs a high carb meal? Remember, you get to figure out what works for you, because what works for you might not work for somebody else. And you hear me say that all the time. It's an imperative for you to do what works for you. Practice your nervous system, the calming of the nervous system, the breathing. Eat seated. Don't eat on the run. Smell your meals. Really enjoy the meal before you start to eat it, so you can get your digestion going and your body's like, oh yeah, I'm ready to eat now, instead of sitting down and like eating really quick and you're like, okay, that's done. What do I have to do next? Right? I used to do that. That's why I can teach it and share it with all of you. And then commit to one change only. One change is going to equal massive ripple effect, right? And make sure you're not dehydrated and that your minerals are balanced. So let me know in the chat, out of all of these 5 steps, which one are you going to commit to today? I want to cheer you on and help support you. If those of you that are on live with me want to share with me, you also can jump into my community and let me know there. I am here to support you. I do this because I love you, I care about you, and I want to see you get better. You were designed to feel energized, clear, and in control of your body, not exhausted, not bloated, and not ashamed of who you are. Eating nutrition is not about deprivation, which we were taught a long time ago. Eat less, exercise more. It's merely breaking your metabolism. Your food is about nourishment, and food is fuel for your body when you eat the right amount. But when you eat too much sugar and sugary starches and things, your body's living on sugar. You're looking towards low blood sugar, insulin resistance. Then you could end up with prediabetes, diabetes, and type 3 diabetes is Alzheimer's. So let's nourish your body with healthy fats, protein, and vegetables. It's really about learning what your body is asking for and giving it exactly that. That's what the key is. And really showing up for yourself and connecting with what works for you. So hopefully this was helpful. Those of you that are live right now, let me know, drop it in the chat. And those of you, I just wanted to share this with you because it's something that so many individuals are loving. It's called Pocket Doc, and it's how I'm helping transform lives, where I show up twice a week, where you get an audio from me with handouts and healing tools and a community. And I show up live for an hour twice a month to answer your questions and really speak on a subject in more depth than 20 minutes to a half an hour than I do on these lives. It's really helping people transform. Like, I spoke to a woman the other day on the live on Tuesday, and she's lost 8 pounds just from the things that we've talked about. Just about changing and focusing more on protein and healthy fats and veggies and realizing where the sugars are in her diet, right? So I'm going to drop the link in the chat for those of you that are interested, and it's here for you. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me or my team. It's joinpocketdoc.com, and it's been so much fun to actually train and be in the lives with people. And so if you're just joining now, because I saw a couple of you who just joined, you can watch this replay on YouTube. And if this spoke to you, if you'll share it with someone who needs it, right? Let me know by dropping a heart in the chat if you're ready to break that sugar cycle for good, because I'm ready to see you break it for yourself. And if you have any questions, I will open it up for questions. Those of you that are live, I'm happy to answer any questions at all that you may have. And hopefully those 5 steps are going to get you to think about your journey. With Easter coming up, those of you that celebrate Easter, that can also be a big sugary time this Sunday, with chocolate everywhere, encouraging eggs. And, are you doing like a hunt with your children? Did you give them all this sugar? Look at what you're eating. If you're choosing to eat chocolate, great, but make sure you're getting your protein and your healthy fats in, because that's what's going to carry you. All right, I don't see any questions, so I'm going to go ahead and jump off. Those of you that are celebrating Easter, have an amazing Easter weekend. I'm sending you so much love. You all know where to find me, and I am blessed to have you here listening to me. And those of you that are listening to the replay, same for you. All right, guys, I'm sending you so much love. Have an amazing weekend and happy Easter.